Scott Monchen, a senior in the 13. Daniel Monchen, a senior in the 231. Frank Baldozier is a master in the 110. And all of a sudden, everything shifts as they come by. So we get the green flag and we get everything underway. They did get a good start first time by. That's unusual for any of our divisions today, but they got a good start as they bring them up the hill. Mikey, look at all that. Oh, we got something to get together. Oh, my goodness, a hard hit.
Major contact on the hill after turn 2. That looks like the number 28 of...
I believe that's Aaron. Is that a 028, Aaron Cox, or is there
that
a
was the number
20?
28 of Cameron Estes.
Ah, okay. Well, wow, he was one of the guys starting up front. So Cameron in the 28 car started third, and we had you saw him spin. You saw a couple of others out there. That's I believe that's the number 83. Do I have that correct?
63, Jeremy Durst.
Oh, Jeremy Durst also involved in that. Several drivers involved in it, and Durst a little worse for the wear as his cart has ended the day, it looks like, for him. We complete lap number 1 as they come by.
And a yellow flag is out, so maybe a caution here.
Yeah, I don't think they can continue that as they come through because there's just too much going on the sidelines for them to continue hard racing.
So it looks like they cleared the local yellow, and they're going to continue.
All right, that was only a local yellow. It was not a yellow for the entire racetrack, so we're back to green flag action once again. Look at that battle heating up for the top spot. They're in single file for the moment, but I don't expect that to last awfully long.
Danny May hunting down Brant Estes here.
And Estes started on the in front, right behind May. And yet May was able, or Estes able to get by Danny May. So Danny May now in second spot. Matt Lassiter has moved up to third. Our top running master is Frank Baldozier, and he is back in ninth position on the racetrack, but he is our top running master, and just behind him is Aaron Cox in the 28, also another master driver.
Side by side here for the lead. Brant on the left there. He's going to have the inside to this turn. But it looks like Danny May taking the lead, the number 8.
Well, Danny May, no stranger to the front here, especially in this particular division. And Danny May is a hard racer, but look at Estes right behind him as they try to work their way. Let's see if he tries to cut him short on this corner right here. Estes, nope, staying in the high line right behind Danny May. So May's going to lead him off turn number 4 up the back straightaway, or turn number 9 up the back straightaway into turn 12 right now. So May, your race leader, as he heads down toward turn 17. May in the number 8. They are single file as they come off turn 17. They'll come by start finish once again. We will log in 3 laps complete, and Danny May is now shown as your race leader. Brant Estes in the 187 is second. Matt Lassiter in the 87 is third. Jarvis Lee has worked his way up. He started somewhat back in the field in the 66, and he is now up to 4th spot. Carson Craig in the 56 is in 5th. Then we look back at our fastest master. It's still Frank Baldozier in the 110, and just behind him, Aaron Cox in the number 028, and only 1/100th of a second or 1/10 of a second separates those two drivers battling it out for the lead in the Masters division.
Oh, and I think that's Brant Estes who's gone wide into the grass, right through the burnt grass. Oh, and I think that's going to upset his cart.
Oh, wow. Interesting thing about the 187, I know a driver that his number is 187, and you know why he named it 187? I'm not sure Estes has this same situation here, but that is the police call for murder. And he said, I murder them with speed. That's why I'm the 187. So that just so you have a little bit of trivia there.
So with Brant off track, Matt Lassiter moves up into second. Well, of course, that's going to shift the whole field up a spot. Jarvis Lee now occupies that 3rd position.
It's going to take a while to matriculate all these guys through the field, but right now Danny May is your leader. Danny separates himself over Matt Lassiter by almost a second right now as these drivers work their way by. It was 0.8 of a second when they came by start-finish, but I believe he has increased his lead over Lassiter right now. We'll have to check, but Lassiter's got a duo of drivers right behind him, one taking a quick look out to the inside. That may be Jarvis Lee.
So it looks like with the confusion caused by Brian Estes going off track, Danny May's taking advantage and pulled a little bit of a lead here. But the real battle is behind him for the third, fourth, and fifth spots.
Yeah, 0.3 of a second or 0.7 of a second back right now is Lassiter, and Lee is behind him just another 0.3. We got one that spun over there. That is the 55 cart. And the 55 is, I'm trying to find the number coordination here. And I don't see a 55. I'm wondering if that's the 56 they've got him listed as Carson Craig. He normally runs a 55 cart, so I have a feeling that's Carson Craig. Drivers work off that beautiful corner over there of 9, and they work their way up through the S's. They're coming into 12 right now, and that's where the flag stand is basically for the regular daily cart rental is at that point on the racetrack. They head down to 17. Once again, Danny May. Laps now in the book. We have 6 laps in the book this time by, or we will when May comes underneath, and he comes right underneath that scoring light and scoring tower. So it'll be Danny May still your leader with Matt Lassiter in second. Jarvis Lee is third. Benu Yedla, we had not talked about him much. He's worked his way up to fourth. And then Harrison Browning is fifth. And our top running master is still Frank Baldozier. And Carson Craig has now taken his spot in between Baldozier and the next fastest running master, which is Aaron Cox. He is now back in 14th place on the racetrack, but he's your second fastest Masters driver, but quite a bit of difference between him and Frank Baldozier. So he's got some distance to make up if he wants to try to win best of class in this Masters race.
He must have had some sort of problem because for a little bit, it was a pretty close race in that master class.
Yeah, he was only a couple of tenths behind Baldozier, but now he finds himself separated by several carts on the racetrack. Look at this good battle going on right here into 17. We've got there your leader, Danny May, coming off turn 17, but look at the battle behind him. Lassiter and Lee, I mean, they cross almost identically in time. So just right on the back bumper of each other. They're only separated by about 1/10 of a second right now, a little less than 1/10 of a second. And that battle continues as they come around turn 3.
So with 3 laps left to go, will Jarvis Lee have enough in the tank to make the pass on Matt Lassiter?
Well, Lassiter's been strong. You know, he started up front. Jarvis Lee started back in the pack, and Lee has made up quite a bit of distance and quite a ways through, having to pass a lot of these carts to get up to third spot. So he's got momentum on his side. But Danny May is the driver that's out front. I don't think anybody's got anything for Danny unless there's a problem. But look at these guys. They look like they're almost glued together coming off. We got another one off course right there at the flag stand.
You can maybe fit an index card in between Lee and Lassiter there as they were coming up that hill.
They are tight. Now they almost go side by side that time as Jarvis Lee swings out a little wide trying to find some place that he's not. You know, race drivers always tell me in order to try to advance a position, the way that they usually say it is you got to go where the other fella ain't. So wherever he's going, you got to find some way to get in different air or in a different position in order to try to make that pass. You just can't follow the leader all race long and expect something different to happen.
Sometimes even just jumping out might scare the guy in front of you into thinking maybe he has more grip than me there and maybe change the way that he drives,
yep,
which
exactly.
of course might just be a bluff.
It's not just a speed game. A mind game also plays into being here. Man, machine, and mind, the 3 M's that work together in racing. Danny May, you see his advantage, and you see these 2 guys going at it, Matt Lassiter and Jarvis Lee. Boy, they are battling it hard as they come off down into 14.
It looks like on the back half of this track here that Lee kind of gets more speed than Lassiter. It's just he physically can't get past him.
Yeah, when they start uphill, Lassiter starts to pull away a bit, but they get into turn 2 and make that trek down the big banking there and work their way back up, you see a real tight battle unfold. See, you see a little bit of distance. Now by the time they get to the top of the hill, usually there's a big strong battle going on here in turn 3. There you see Danny May way out front. Here are those two guys battling for second and third spot right now. Those are both seniors, and they're battling Danny May, who's also a senior driver. Again, that first Masters driver is the driver who is back in 10th spot on the racetrack. That's Frank Baldozer. Danny May, final time by through the S's.
Now right here is where Lee looks a little faster than Lassiter, so we'll see if he can put a move on him.
If it's ever going to be, it's got to be this time, because this is your last chance to do so. He has really got a head of steam coming down off 14, down into 15. Let's see if he breaks away coming off 16 and 17. Here comes your leader. Danny May will come by. Checkered flag is in the air for Danny May, and it looks like it's going to be follow the leader with Matt Lassiter and Jarvis Lee coming in second and third. Banu Yedla is going to be your fourth place finisher. And then I believe Harrison Browning is going to be our driver that comes through next. Carson Craig trying to hang on there after his little off-road excursion. And Carson Craig will finish in sixth spot, followed by Adam Phillips. Still waiting on that top driver. And there he went by. Frank Baldozer is the top finishing Masters driver in the number 110. So Baldozer takes the top in the Masters group.